Alright, how's it going? We are here for the IGL Week 8, going up against Sun and the Ripple Blastoise. He has a team of Mega Gallade, Tapu Fini, Aegislash, Gliscor, Umbreon, Serena, Miltank, Crobat, Eelektross, Stakataka, and Scentiscorch. So, pretty good team overall. It's got a great defensive core with Fini, Gliscor, and Umbreon. It's got three rockers, Stakataka, Miltank, and Gliscor. I'm pretty sure Stack Attack gets Stealth Rocks. It would be stupid if it didn't. Um, got a good offensive core. Mega Gallade and Aegislash is really good. He's got Serena as a spinner. Eelektross is just decent as, I don't know, initiative kind of thing, like with U-turn. It's got great coverage moves, so that could be annoying. Crobat can be like a stall break with I don't know, taunt, defog, roost, super fang, something like that. I could also see it like a Nasty Plot set come this week. Honestly, Nasty Plot, Heat Wave, HP Steel, and Air Slash could be really, really quite bothersome for my team. But yeah, even Scorch is pretty powerful. So, um, also he beat us in the IPA, now SPS, last season. We were both in the Moltres division, and he was the team that actually won that last season. He had like the Dragapult, Mandibuzz, Mega Medicham core thing going on. He won that season, and then he's in the SPS this season, but he's in the Lugia division, which is the division above Moltres, and I'm pretty sure he's doing well in that too. So definitely a good battler. I've seen a bunch of his battles, and just it's rare that I see him lose a game, honestly. And I watch a lot of the battles because I'm able to watch the live battles. So it's I don't know. I just think I don't see him lose that much. So I'm not exactly very confident in our abilities to win. That being said, I'm gonna try as hard as I can. I'm gonna try to make the best plays. But right now, I mean, this is a really pivotal week for us because we're 4-3. If we lose this, we're 4-4, and then we basically have to win next week to get into the playoffs. But if we win this, we're looking pretty good for the playoffs. So, um, as long as I mean, if again, win or loss, we're not out or in. I don't think we're necessarily in if we win, but we're in a really good position if we win. Whereas if we lose, it's a little bit scary as far as are we going to make it into the playoffs. So very pivotal and going to be a very difficult game. I'm not really too in love with our matchup this week, but that's fine. That was an interesting way to say that, wasn't it? So yeah, we got first off Banded Weavile. Enough speed, outspeed Mega Gallade. I think he will run max speed Mega Gallade, or I think it's at least at least a chance that he runs that because Mega DNT is also based. They're both based 110 speed, so they could speed tie if they both run max speed. So I want to make sure that I'm outspeeding that if he does run max speed Jolly Mega Gallade. Triple Axle, Poison Jab, Knockoff, Ice Shard. Pretty self-explanatory set here. I want the Poison Jab for the Fini. No low kick on Stack Attack. I had it initially, but then I changed it to Ice Shard because I think the priority is just so nice in this matchup. Or it could potentially be like really important to have that Ice Shard there. So we want to keep that there. And yeah, just Triple Axle takes a lot of things combined with knockoff. I mean, this Pokemon is very difficult to switch in if I make the right plays with it. So yeah. Next up we have Mantine. Mantine is basically it's here for a few things. First of all, it's a defogger. I'm not bringing Skarmory this week. I don't think that is a very good matchup. But it's a great defogger here with the boots, especially water absorb. We can switch into Finny. We can't do much to Finny, but that's there. It's great. It takes hits from Mega Gallade surprisingly well. Like if especially if he's Jolly. We also take hits from Serena. We take hits from Crobat. We take hits from Scorch. Scorch can't do much to us, so because we're physically defensive, we can kind of deal with Aegislash on both sides because I've got like naturally good special defense, and I'm also invested in physical defense. So I think this Pokemon's definitely a good bring for a lot of his Pokemon that are a little bit more powerful, a little bit more offensive. So yeah, we have Ice Beam there, so we can 2 KO Gliscor because without Ice Beam, most times, in most cases, we don't kill Gliscor with us. We don't 2 KO Gliscor with a Scald, because he'll probably either bring Roost or Protect, and we don't outspeed him, so he could just stall us out that way. So I want to make sure we have Ice Beam in case we need to beat that thing one-on-one. So there really wasn't anything else I really needed on this set. Only 2 options would be like Toxic and Air Slash. Air Slash is just meh. I'd rather go for a burn than run Air Slash for Mega Gallade, and yeah, Toxic is just kind of meh. I wanted Ice Beam there, so that's that. Next up we have Silvally, Choice Scarfed Normal Silvally. Now this was Snorlax for the longest time. I had Max HP, Max Attack, Adamant, Snorlax with the Chople Berry, and just like 4 like Body Slam, Ice Punch, Earthquake, and Superpower, I think it was. I changed that because I mean, realistically, I wasn't going to be able to beat anything. Gliscor could just Roost stall me. Yeah, Aegislash could take hits if it's in shield form. Tapu Fini could just kind of sets up all over it. Mega Gallades can still set up on it, and it gets a lot of health back with Drain Punch if it does run that set. So yeah, I mean, Umbreon just kind of beats it, even if it has Superpower, if it can Wish Stall me. So yeah, I just felt like this Silvally, the name of the game is trying to catch him a little bit off guard here. We are Max Attack with a attack boosting nature. It's lonely because I can't run Adamant because I want the special attack investment. Shadow Claw will hit Aegislash, Hidden Power Ground will hit Stack Attacka. I could just run Hidden Power Ground because that also hits Aegislash super effectively, but Shadow Claw does a little bit more, so I want that. There's really no other coverage move. I would maybe Double Edge because I can't run Multi Attack if I don't have if I'm normal. If I'm normal type, I can't run Multi Attack, but I could still run Double Edge. But we're sticking with Shadow Claw here. And then I have Parting Shot, of course. Choice Scarf, Parting Shot. It'll nice. I'll outspeed almost everything. I have enough speed for a max speed Crobat. And yeah, so I don't think turn 1 I'm going to explode. I think turn 1, if I lead with this Pokemon, I'm going to go for Parting Shot. Because if he switches into Aegislash, predicting my explosion, or just because it's a decent switch into this Pokemon, and I explode, that's just a terrible situation for me. Or if he switches into Stack Attacka, right? I kind of want to feel out what he's gonna switch into Silvally against, and Parting Shot's just a nice initiative kind of move. So hopefully Silvally actually does something this week. The last 2 weeks I've brought it, it's just done nothing. So yeah. Next up is Mega Diancie. With the max speed, max special attack, I feel like a special set was nice. It's pretty nice typing wise. I have Earth Power because it hits Aegislash and Stack Attacka. Really hard. And then I don't know. Last move I didn't really know what I wanted to bring. I thought about Stealth Rocks, I thought about Mystical Fire, but I just put Substitute on there because I could force switches against like an Umbreon, or like a low health Gliscor or a Gallade. I could force switches on a few different things, probably Crobat too. So I wanna try to substitute, and then whatever they bring in, I'll kind of be able to deal with this coverage. So that's really helpful. And yeah, that's about it. Just offensive max speed because I want to at least try to speed time Mega Gallade if he tries to run max speed on that. So next up is Hippowdon. Hippowdon is here mainly for the Aegislash. I can switch into Aegislash really well. Earthquake does a lot to it. Well, not a lot, but like it's gonna do enough to him. As long as he's not like weakness policy, will be good. Ice Fang is yawn. Ice Fang is basically just there for the Gliscor. I can hit Gliscor a little bit better. I mean, it's not going to do enough to beat it. Like, I don't know. He's going to be able to roost off the damage no matter what. But with the Ice Fang, at least we'll be able to make a prediction. Like, if his Gliscor is at like half health, we might be able to knock him out with the Ice Fang on the switch in. So yeah, then slack off, and then I do want at least one Toxic user on this team, just so that we don't get beat by like a setup Gallade or an Umbreon or something of that nature. Maybe if Finny tries to set up and it doesn't have Water Stab, and the Misty Terrain goes down, I can go for a Toxic on it, which would be helpful. But yeah, this Pokemon's mainly here for. I mean, I guess it's nice for Electros too. Electros but mainly Aegislash. So, and I can toxic things like Umbreon. Last but not least, we have Trico. I think I'm gonna change this. I put this in special defense. I'm not exactly sure why. Probably for the Finny, but I think I'm gonna change this to max HP because um, I just feel like it's more useful just in general. So I have Choice Band, basically so I can switch in. As long as Finny isn't like Specs Ice Beam, I should be able to deal with it pretty well with this Pokemon. Like if he goes for Calm Mind as I switch in and I just destroy something with a Power Whip, he really does not have the best answer for this Pokemon as long as he doesn't bring Sap Sipper or Miltank, which I don't think he will because I have a Rotom Heat and a Weavile, which are much more likely to, you know, if you're basically I'm saying that Thick Fat Miltank is much better in this matchup than Sap Sipper. There's really no reason to run Sap Sipper over Thick Fat because Thick Fat basically gives him a resistance to Weavile's Triple Axle and Rotom's Overheat. So I feel like he'll want that over like a Sap Sipper, which, I mean, Gourgeist is already not the most likely thing to come compared to Weavile and Rotom Heat. So yeah, we have Power Whip, Poltergeist, Shadow Sneak, and Trick. I didn't really need any other coverage, so just get the priority. Shadow Sneak off would be nice on a lot of things, like especially Mega Glade and Aegislash. And then Trick, just in case I need to, if Tapu Fini is 2 set up, like if it's already got like 2 Iron Defenses off, I might as well just click Trick. But the plan is, I switch into Gourgeist. He goes, because I'm pretty sure he's going to bring a set up Tapu Fini. He's brought that a lot this season, so I'm expecting that. Hopefully it doesn't bring like a Specs one, or just a Fini that has Ice Beam in general would suck. But if he goes for even like an Iron Defense, or if he goes for Calm Mind and then he goes for Iron Defense and I click Power Whip, it's still doing a heck of a lot. And it's definitely going to force him out. So he does not have the best switch into this Pokemon. Hopefully going to catch him off guard because you don't see Choice Banded Gourgeist that often. So anyway, that's the team. I hope you guys enjoyed the team builder. I'm going to cut to the battle right here. I'm having it in a few minutes. And yeah. So, thank you guys for watching, and yeah, wish me luck. Alright, here we are with the battle. As you can see, my opponent brought the Mega Glade, Miltank, Gliscor, Aegislash, Tapu Fini, and Electros. Miltank and Electros not a Pokemon that I exactly prepped for that heavily. The other 4 I was kind of expecting, that top 4 is really strong, so I was definitely expecting at least 3 of those 4, but probably all 4 of them. So it's good that he brought those. But yeah, as far as the Miltank and Electros, I'm not really sure what they want to do. Miltank might be like a Stealth Rocks kind of situation there. And Electros will probably just be the Pokemon that's annoying because it has so many coverage options. So yeah, looking at the lead, I'm thinking maybe I have a few different leads in mind, but I'm thinking Mega DNC is the best because if he leads with Miltank, we can go for a substitute. We can Mega Evolve and go for a substitute so that he can't get rocks up. Same with Gliscor. So if he leads with like a Mega Glade, I'll probably just do the same thing. So yeah, I'm thinking Mega DNC is a good kind of probe lead because I'm not too sure what he wants to lead with. So the worst case scenario would probably be either Aegislash or Fini. So anyway, let's go ahead and start this battle right now. As I lead with DNC, like I said, he leads with Electros. So I'm pretty sure this Pokemon gets Steel coverage. I know it gets Aqua Tail for 1, so I'm just going to just hard switch into Hippowdon, not even going for substitute. As he switched into Aegislash, would have been a really nice to go for a substitute there, because I could have gone for a big Earth Power. So he actually switches into Aegislash, like I said. Then I predict the Gliscor and I go for the Ice Fang. It does about fit 48%, so it looks like he has a little bit of defense investment, but not that much. So I go for another Ice Fang just to see what he wants to do as he switches into the Fini. And now I'm going to go right into Gourgeist, frisk his leftovers. Like I said, this was kind of the switch in that I was. It's my main switch into Fini here. He goes for Taunt, which is fine. I'm just gonna fire off a Power Whip as he goes into Miltank. I'm really hoping this is not Sap Sipper. Like I said in the team build, it wouldn't make much sense for him to be Sap Sipper in this matchup as he is not, which is great. We get off a lot of damage. I see that he's not physically defensive, so he's probably specially defensive. I go for a Power Whip, another one as he switches into Aegislash. That does 38% to him, and we see the leftovers, so good information there. As he's now going to switch into Gliscor, I switch into Hippowdon, which I guess he predicted. If I just stayed in there, it would have been great, but there was really no reason to risk Gourgeist there. If he went for like a Shadow Ball, I'd probably die to that, so I go for an Ice Fang here as he goes for Stealth Rocks. I'm pretty sure he has Roost, so I'm going to predict his Roost and go into Mantine here as he goes into the Miltank. So it's a good opportunity for him to get off a Milk Drink if he has it. He definitely doesn't have Stealth Rocks on Miltank and Gliscor. So I go for a Scald here because I was pretty certain he was going to go for Milk Drink, and I wanted to try to get a burn on him. But we do not get a burn on him. So here I'm just going to default because I'm predicting him to probably switch. I don't think he can do much to me unless he has Toxic or he tries to get a Body Slam Paralyze. So I go for default. I get rid of the Misty Surge, which is something to keep in mind maybe. I go to Silvally because I wasn't really sure what he wanted to do. I didn't want to go into Gourgeist again. I felt like I was a little bit too predictable. I see he just goes for Draining Kiss. So here I'm going to be able to go for the Parting Shot. And now I'm going to get in Weavile. I'm just going to go for just firing off the knockoff. I do 56% to him, and I knock off his leftovers, which is nice. So he's got a decent amount of physical bulk there. He goes for U-turn. I'm just glad he didn't have like Drain Punch, because that probably would have killed me. Actually, I think I actually would have lived it, but I would have had to switch then. So I switched to Hippowdon as he's in with Mega Gallade. I can't really stay in. So he goes for Substitute. So this is telling me he's probably sub Bulk Up, which is exactly what he shows me there. I go for Earthquake as I break the sub, which is great. I don't think he's gonna go for another sub, especially with the sand residual damage taking its toll. I'm feeling like I want to go for the Toxic here. I can't really risk just going for Earthquake over and over in case he gets a Drain Punch off on me. I was pretty confident he wasn't going to click Substitute there, so it's great that I get the damage off, the Toxic off there. Now I'm going to switch into Mantine because I'm predicting a Drain Punch. That is what happens. As the damage he did there was like telling me this thing has like no attack investment, which is crazy. As he goes for Ice Punch, I'm going to live it, which is awesome. So I'm basically going to 1-for-1 this Pokemon as Toxic will take out the Mega Gallade. So I'll honestly take that. Mantine for Mega Gallade is great because I know I don't have a Defogger anymore, but it's okay. I'd still rather take that because Mega Gallade is a huge threat. So I go into Silvally as it's like a double down, so we don't know what we're gonna do. I just go into Silvally and I go for the Parting Shot as he goes into Miltank and he goes for the Milk Drink, so that's okay. Pretty confident he's gonna switch here into Tapu Fini. I don't actually remember. Okay, I double into Gourgeist predicting either that or Gliscor, so that was nice. Because at that point he knew I had Toxic, so there was really no reason for him to stay in. I go for Power Whip here, and Gourgeist is going to land, which is amazing. Gourgeist putting in work so far. So Electros is down, and now he's going to bring in Miltank. I take this opportunity to just go for another one because I don't really know what he wants to do with this Pokemon. I get off 42% as he goes for Curse, which is really kind of scary, so I go into Silvally to press the explosion button. As long as I take a hit here, I should be fine, as he does go for another Curse, which is quite scary, like I said. I'm just glad he's not Sap Sipper. That would have sucked. Well, I would have known earlier on the game. But anyway, I go for Explosion here, and I get a crit. So, with this set, it did matter. The crit didn't matter. I was assuming he was going to go for a Milk Drink there. And I would have been able to beat it one-on-one with Hippowdon because I had Toxic, but he could have easily switched into something predicting that Toxic, and that just would have changed the game, just would have made it much longer. So I go into Mega Diancie as he goes into the Aegislash. I'm able to get a Substitute off so he turns into Blade Form, and then I go for Earth Power. I was banging on the fact that he didn't have King Shield, and even if he did, I could just switch back into Hippowdon, so it was fine. So I knock out the Aegislash, which is awesome. Now I go into Gourgeist as he clicks Calm Mind, which is fine because I know I can knock him out with a voice. I can knock him out with a voice crack. Now I knock him out with a Power Whip there. Even if he went for Iron Defense, it wasn't a huge deal for me. I think I still would have been fine with Gourgeist. So he goes for the knockoff as I just go for Power Whip and knock him out. That's going to be GG to Sun Sun and the Ripple Tide Blastoise. So, like I said in the team build, a huge win here if I was able to secure it, and I got a 4-0. So that should secure me for playoffs. I'm 5-3. We're still gonna. I mean, I guess I'll see what happens with, like, you know, what the standings look like for this week, and then I'll see if I can maybe run a little bit of heat next week. But I'm definitely not taking no risks. I'll definitely want to win next week, just to make sure I do pretty well, or just to make sure I'm like comfortable for the playoffs. So yeah, again, GG. Sorry about that crit, Sun. I know that was a little bit unfortunate. Definitely would have changed the game a little bit. I'm not saying that I would have lost, but I'm saying it's definitely a possibility if he goes for Milk Drink there, because it should have done like 52% max. But since I got the crit, that obviously changes everything. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Alright, see you.